7bet lažybos. 7bet. 7bet lažybos. 7bet. 7bet lažybos. 7bet.
Dalyvavimas azartiniuose lošimuose gali sukelti priklausomybę.
Happy for the win. Very satisfied for 35 minutes. I'm a little bit pissed off for the last 5 because when you manage to create a big gap like we did, doing the right things, we cannot let this happen, okay? We lead the whole game. We control the whole game, and then we risk a little bit too much at the end. We'll work on it. I already addressed the things, but I'm pretty much satisfied and happy for my players for the win on the road in the big derby of Lithuania.
Tai treneris pasidžiaugė pergalę, yra labai patenkintas 35 minutėmis žaidimo laiko ir nepatenkintas paskutinėmis 5. Taip pat akcentavo, kad negali leisti tam nutikti ir minėjo, kad kontroliavo visas rungtynes ir gale šiek tiek rizikavo. Na, bet bendrai treneris yra laimingas dėl žaidėjų ir laimėjimo išvykoje.
Can you go into specific what was done best on defense in those 35 minutes that you said?
I would say rebounding. After the first quarter where they got 7 offensive rebounds, in the next 3 quarters they had only 5. And we won the battle of rebound. That is never easy against Rytas because they bang the board with great intensity. And I believe we play well against the 3-point shooting. And we played a consistent game, okay? Without shining, it's not the moment to have the best game. But I believe that we did all the things that were required to control the tempo, the rhythm of the game, and how Rytas plays.
Tai treneris įskyrė, klausimas buvo apie tai, kas buvo geriausiai padaryta gynyboje, tai kovojimas dėl kamuolių, kas niekada nebūna lengva žaidžiant prieš Rytą, taip pat įskyrė 3-taškių pataikymą. Na ir paminėjo, kad tai nebuvo geriausias rungtynės, bet jie padarė visus dalykus, kurie buvo reikalingi pergaliai.
Iggy did a little bit of everything today, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, also a solid game in Vitoria. What has he figured out recently about the gameplay of Žalgiris?
I think about this in the last weeks very often because Iggy did a very good job in the last weeks. The thing is that I don't like how he give up attacking the rim when he missed 3 very good shots. And I believe that I always tell him that your talent gets you in the room. But to go to the penthouse, okay, you have to really keep pounding the rock. And this is what he did, and I hope that he learned from this game that he can be very consistent. He can attack the rim in EuroLeague, in LKL. He is very strong. He has, in a good moment, great confidence. And I believe that he should be better in the last. He deserved to finish the game better, in my opinion, for all the things he did. But another player that played a great game was Sirvis. After the shot he missed in Vitoria, he played with great IQ. He was always open, and he made some shots. He missed some, but I believe that he played with personality, and I'm happy for that.
Tai klausimas buvo apie Iggy solidų žaidimą šiandien ir Vitorijoje. Tai treneris dažnai galvoja apie pastarąsias savaitės ir kad per jas Iggy dirbo labai gerą darbą. Treneriui nepatikdavo, kad jis pasiduodavo po nepataikytų gerų metimų, bet jis skyrė jo kovingumą, pasitikėjimą savimi ir kad jis turės būti dar geresnis pagal tai, kaip žaidžia. Taip pat treneris įskyrė ir Sirvidžio žaidimą ir jo krepšinio IQ ir ypatingą pasirodymą šiandien.
Coach, congrats with the win tonight again. You mentioned already Dave the Sirvidis' IQ, but talking a little bit more about the game, your team managed to score a lot of points and 3 open shots without playing Spanish pick and roll. What was going well?
I didn't get your question. Without playing or?
No, while playing Spanish pick and roll, your team made a lot of shots and we had a lot of open opportunities. Was it only by players like you, or was it like, something else tonight?
Sylvie was great, showing us the way how to play it. Spain pick and roll is a matter of reads. And the problem is that you cannot read after 3 seconds. You have to read live. He's our best player on this, and he showed to everybody how to play. So this is the reason because I said that I'm very happy for this game, because this was an important thing. Ritas was packing in the paint a lot, and you need to find a different setup on your pick and roll to find open players.
Tai klausimus, treneris jau paminėjo, kad Savydis buvo puikus ir parodė, kaip reikia žaisti, kad skaitė žaidimą iškart ir parodė visiems, kaip turėtų būti žaidžiama. Ir dar kartą įskyrė, kad yra labai patenkintas dėl jo žaidimo.
Coach, obviously you probably don't know much, but could you clarify a little bit about Alan Smalak's health situation?
He got a big hit on the bone of the ankle, very painful, and in an area where there's no flesh. So he hit the floor very, very hard, and he could not play. Then we will see tomorrow.
Klausimas buvo apie Smalagičių ir jo patirtą sužalojimą rungtynių metu ir bus daugiau informacijos rytoj, šiandien rungtynės negalėjo baigti.
Obviously, Coach, tonight Laurynas Brutus reminded himself about being really good, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 30 efficiency basically. How could you what could you say about this performance, and how could he do this more regularly throughout the season?
No, he definitely was great. He gave us a lot of offense, I call this derivated offense, because they were very aggressive on the guards and he had room to play. The thing is, like for Iggy, I believe that he can be better in the last 5 minutes on defense. He was excellent. In the last 5 minutes, he stopped playing defense, and this is the thing that pissed me off.
Tai klausimas buvo apie Lauryną Birutį ir jo pasirodymą šiandien. Tai treneris taip pat paminėjo, kad jis taip pat buvo puikus ir davė daug puolime, buvo labai agresyvus prieš ryto gynėjus. Aišku, žinoma, jis galėjo būti dar geresnis paskutinės 5 minutės, nes atrodo nustojo žaisti gynyboje.
Coach, you threw Isaiah Wong into the game in the third quarter. Was he like kind of a joker card tonight for you?
We saw all the good and all the bad. He was like PlayStation. The speed he has is something that no one player on the court had. So he catch the first ball, north-south, and one. Then he had a couple of great plays, a very good dish to Bryant. And then he had 2 very sloppy turnovers. But it's I'm happy because I wanted that he feels what means playing in Vilnius, what means playing the saga Ritas Žalgiris, and he was helpful. I believe that he has a lot of potential. He has to understand how to play.
Tai klausimas buvo apie komandos naujoką Longą. Tai treneris atstavo, kad pamatė viską ir gero ir blogo, įskyrė jo greitį, šiandien kelias geras atkarpas ir kelias padarytas klaidas. Bet treneris yra laimingas, nes norėjo, kad žaidėjas suprastų, kaip reikia žaisti šiame mače ir kokia yra atmosfera žaidžiant, būnant derbyje tarp Ryto ir Žalgirio.
Hello, Coach. Isaiah Wong during that 3-game stretch shot 15 shots and 5 free throws. This is very high usage. This is what from you to expect, or he has to calm down a bit?
A little bit. But today he killed the game. When we made a run with him on the court. Then he's not able to process what is required. But he's humble, very humble. He's a quiet dude, doesn't speak much. And so the only way is to make him understand through the mistakes. Because I can talk about what is Ritas Žalgiris, I can explain you what will happen, but he never ever in his life experienced anything like this. The contact that Normantas or Paliukenas put, the physicality they put on ball, he never experienced. So it's something totally new.
Tai buvo dar vienas klausimas apie Longą, tai treneris pasakė, kad buvo labai gerai, kai jis buvo aikštelėje, kad gal šiek tiek turėtų nusiraminti, bet paminėjo, kad žaidėjas nėra tas, kuris kalba daug, bet mokosi iš klaidų. Na ir iki šiol nebuvo patyręs to fiziškumą, ką reiškia žaisti prieš rytą, na ir kaip tikriausiai pasimokys iš to.
Coach, how could you compare throwing in Lonnie in the team and Isaiah in the team?
It's a fair question, but forgive me. I don't want to talk about players that are not here anymore. It's makes really. I want to be a gentleman. I want to take the best of everything, and it's completely different players for the history, their career, and but now we are here with Isaiah. We have to teach him how to be helpful, and we have to be able to use his talent. That's it.
Tai klausimas buvo apie pasikeitimus komandoje, tai treneris atsiprašė, bet nenorėjo kalbėti apie žaidėją, kurio komandoje nebėra. Tiesiog paminėjo, kad tai skirtingi žaidėjai.
Forgive me.
Last one for me. Obviously, the war in Ukraine is still going on, and obviously, Rytas and Žalgiris fans aren't friends, but they always unite to chant and support Ukraine. How heartwarming for you as a sports lover, the coach, the person, to see such things?
Great question. I like history. I read books. A war is the biggest tragedy that we can experience as human beings. I don't see politicians dying in war. I see only poor people on both sides. A war is a tragedy. So whatever we can do, and I don't want to go politically because it's whatever we can do to show that we are not divisive, that we think about poor people dying for decisions of others, it's important. And in a word, only poor people dying. Poor means people that didn't decide to be there in that sense. And on both sides of the war.
Klausimas buvo apie bendrą Ryto Žalgirio fanų skanduotę, kurie išreiškė palaikymą Ukrainai. Tai treneris pasakė, kad jam patinka istorija, kad karas yra didžiausia tragedija, kurią apskritai galima patirti ir kad politikai nemiršta kare ir dažniausiai miršta nekalti žmonės abiejose pusėse. Na ir nenorėjo kalbėti labai politiškai.
Isn't coaching a bit like being politician?
I don't hear you, sorry.
Isn't coaching a bit like being politician? No, you, not serious question.
So you asked me, I didn't listen, I didn't hear you. Can you...
Isn't coaching like being politician in a way?
I don't send people to war. I don't send people to die. I believe it's a little bit, you are stretching a little bit. I have to take decisions every day. My decision can impact the sports life of my players, the life of my organization. I live with that. But I'm not a coach. I'm a person doing the job of a coach. And I'm not a political person. I'm not a coach. My definition is not a coach. I'm a person working as a coach. So it's not in that sense being political. I have to take decisions. I have to be fair, straight, honest. Okay? Not all my decisions are the right one. But when I take a decision, I always consider all the parameters. In that moment, that was my best possible decision. But this is not being political.
Klausimas buvo, ar treniravimas nėra kaip buvimas politikas.
And I don't have Starlink, you know.
Yeah. Tai treneris tiesiog sakė, kad priima sprendimus už savo organizaciją, bet nesiunčia žmonių kariauti ir nesiunčia mirti, na ir kad jis yra žmogus, kuris atlieka trenerio darbą.
Hello, coach. Of course, in your career so far, you experienced some really nice atmosphere between the Belgrade derby and now this very important match here in Lithuania. How would you compare the two different atmospheres?
It's both is when I will end my career, I can always say that I was lucky to be part of this. But it's a little bit different for the character of the fans. Here, the support is unconditional for Rytas and for Žalgiris. They just want to see their team fighting to the very end, diving on the floor. In Belgrade is the same, but everything is crazier. It's the week of 10 days before the derby, you cannot get out from the house. So it's and everybody. So if a policeman stops you, he will be or Red Star or Partizan. So and they will talk about the derby coming. So it's here. It's I would say a little bit more. I won't say relaxed, but with the right poise. But then at the game they give everything, and they expect their players to give everything. This is the common thing. But then the noise and everything is a little bit crazier.
Taip, tai klausimas buvo apie lietuvišką ir Belgrado derbį. Tai treneris pasakė, kad kai baigs karjerą galės sakyti, kad jam pasisekė, kad galėjo būti to dalimi, išskyrė, kad Lietuvoje fanų charakteris yra šiek tiek kitoks, kad čia palaikymas yra labai stiprus ir kad fanai nori, kad jų komanda labai laimėtų. Belgrade yra viskas kiek beprotiškiau, na ir čia viskas galbūt kiek ramiau ir fanai duoda viską ir nori, kad komanda duotų viską.
Ačiū labai.
7bet lažybos. 7bet. 7bet lažybos. 7bet. 7bet lažybos. 7bet.
Dalyvavimas azartiniuose lošimuose gali sukelti priklausomybę.